Hey there, Starcraft 2 community, this is Xerent, and I'll be casting a 1 versus 1 gameplay video, Nerchio versus Lucifron. And this matchup was part of a best of 3, and this is basically an anti-spoiler video. I don't want you guys to see like 2 videos when I said it's a best of 3, and whoever won the first video won the best of 3, so it's just an anti-spoiler video, and I thought I would just cast it as normal, so nice anti-spoiler casting video of a game that was part of that tournament. They were probably playing this game just for fun, or I casted the games out of order, so you know, I don't know, who cares, I'll just cast this game. So this is Lucifron versus Nerchio. Nerchio spawning as the Red Zerg on the bottom left of the map versus Lucifron spawning as the Green Terran on the bottom right of the map, and they are playing on the map Shakura's Plateau, so we'll see what these two will have in store for us. Looks like Lucifron will be sending out his scouting SCV, I think, hopefully. Nope, he's actually going to be building his barracks on the low ground, so pretty cool little placement right there for that barracks. As we go to Nerchio's base, it looks like he's probably going to be going for that fast expansion, which he has been doing the past few games, which it looks like he's going. A nice expansion at 14 supply. Actually, no. He is going to be sending that drone out to scout and this drone to make the hatchery. So we are seeing a fast expansion out of Nerchio once again. Pretty standard seeing it from him, and it looks like Lucifron is going to be changing up his gameplay just a little bit right now. Looks like he does have 2 barracks in production right now, so a nice 2 racks push hopefully, and we'll be able to see if he's gonna do some damage or not. And it does look like Nerchio has seen where Lucifron has spawned, which is always good. And it looks like he is also sending a scouting drone up to see if he can do some harassment, but unfortunately he can't. But he does see those 2 barracks from Lucifron, so we'll see what Lucifron is going to do. It looks like he has an SCV right here, so Nerchio should be aware that a bunker might be made. He is finally getting up his spawning pool, so I see quite a bit of a problem with Nerchio right now. He's not going to be able to have any queens or zerglings or spine crawlers up in time, I feel like, to defend against this bunker 2 racks push, which we're going to be seeing from Lucifron. It does look like he was able to kill that drone off right there, so good for Lucifron, bad for Nerchio, and he's going to heal that SCV up right away to 42 hit points, and it does look like Nerchio's going to try to intercept this with a bunch of drones, and he does make Lucifron back away, but he's going to continue to make Lucifron do that, and he is getting up a spine crawler. Hopefully he can hold Lucifron away until that spine crawler gets made, but a lot more Marines are going to reinforce this, and if Lucifron can micro correctly, I feel like he's going to have a big lead so far. Workers killed so far, 2 for Lucifron, and 3. Is he going to get 4 yet? Nope, it looks like Nerchio is able to get a bunch of Zerglings. He's going to be able to kill all those SCVs that were going to make that bunker, so Lucifron's push has failed, but he is going to try to do as much damage as he can, and I feel like with a lot of micro from his Marines, he can do a lot of damage, but unfortunately that spine crawler is going to be up now, which is going to push away Lucifron from any attack. So if Lucifron didn't lose those 2 SCVs, I feel like he did some good damage, but unfortunately he did lose those. And units lost tab, it looks like 450 resources lost for Nerchio, so it is favoring Lucifron, so that was a pretty good attack, though I would have liked it more if he didn't lose those SCVs and got a bit more workers, but not too much you can do. And it looks like Lucifron is going into a command center off of that 2 racks build, as well as getting up 2 refineries to get ahead of that gas that the Terran needs with their playstyle. And it looks like he's just going to hold down the Zeldonga Watchtower, as well as continuing to produce a bunch of Marines, so as I've been saying all throughout the series, a Baneling's Nest would be great. Or hopefully even like a timed Banelings push. And it does look like Nerchio is going to be pushing out across the map though with his 5 Zerglings, and they're both just controlling the Watchtower, but since Lucifron saw that, he's going to try to waltz in with a bunch of his Marines, and I feel like he's going to be able to rack up a bunch of kills, just kill off the Spine Crawler, then the Queen, and then go for the drones. And we'll see what he's going to be able to do here. He's going to focus fire down the Queen first, which is a pretty big hit to Nerchio. And he is going to be able to not get down that spine crawler yet. But with a lot of micro, I think he can, though the Zerglings, did they try to counterattack, I think? Or no, the Zerglings are right here, but there's only 5 of them, so Lucifron is free in the base until these 8 Zerglings hatch, and he's going to be able to get off a few more drone kills, 12, 13, 14, as well as a bunch of Zerglings and a few more drone kills right now. So Nerchio not looking too good, and it looks like Lucifron is just outplaying him throughout this whole series, getting ahead in workers kill tab and everything, which is exactly what Terran has to do against the Zerg. And the Marines are still loose in Nerchio's base. And was that queen up from here? Yes, the queen was from there. Is he building another one? Not quite yet. Finally, some Terran that know how to abuse its race. So Nerchio does look like he's getting a little mad right now. Maybe turning into an Idra. No? Yeah? I don't know. You tell me. It does look like he's going with 3 Zerglings across the map. And I feel like Nerchio shouldn't be bad-mouthing like that, you know? Get up 2 spine crawlers, be safe. You saw the 2 racks. You saw him continuing to produce Marines. Why not just afford those 2 extra spine crawlers and you'd be all set? Or even if it was just 1 more spine crawler, he would have defended that push very easily. But right now, Nerchio is also just left in the black right now, blocked off by those 3 barracks. All he could have seen were all those Marines. And Lucifron does look like he's transferring into that Hellion build that he's been going. So he went to 2 racks, or 3 racks, it looks like, into the blue flamed Hellion. And it looks like he's probably going to be dropping them off here. And I can't wait to see how Nerchio is going to respond when that happens. Looks like Nerchio is going for that standard Roach Warren, so a bit delayed opening from both of the players, but they look to be going the same exact build as they have throughout the series, which isn't too fun to watch, but hey, StarCraft 2. That's fun to watch. That doesn't make sense. Go along with the guys, yeah. It does look like Lucifron is pushing out, though, with 3 Hellions. Let's see what damage he can do. Nerchio has nothing to defend from this. My, oh my. And the Queen isn't going to be able to do too much, but it does look like he has a few Zerglings. And the Roaches will also be out, but not for a few more seconds in StarCraft 2 time. But hopefully this Queen and the Zerglings will be able to keep these Hellions off before those Roaches come out. So it does look like Nerchio is building a lot of attacking units right now, and Lucifron is also coming with his Marines, so hopefully that will aid in killing off some Roaches. And these Hellions are going to try to swoop by here and kill off the drones while the Marines are getting the Roaches. So Nerchio should have split those up a little bit better, but he is able to kill those Hellions, and Lucifron wasn't able to get too many workers killed, but he does stand at 21 workers killed, while Nerchio still has those 2 from the beginning, and that dropship coming a bit too late. And I hope to see a nice little drop in the back of the base very soon. It looks like a lot of Hellions are out on the map, 4 Hellions out on the map, and it's currently 46 SCVs to 33 drones, so Nerchio's very far behind. He's going to have to pull something out of his hat to get him back into the game. Not sure what he can do, though, as it looks like Lucifron has air control, he has ground control, and Nerchio's just stuck in the black right now in his base, just waiting for his defeat. And does he have another queen up yet? Yep, so he does have those 2 queens. He is getting up his lair. I think Mutalisks would be a pretty wise decision, such as last game, to get him back into the game with the workers killed and even it up a little bit. But he also does need another expansion, as it's never too good to be down on that 1 base. And as of now, both players just sitting back, macroing up. It does look like the stim pack is being researched right now, and it does look like a Hellion drop was up in the top of the base, but Nerchio was able to fend that off, and he's able to fight another day, but Lucifron will be trying to find a nice little hole here, as well as Nerchio trying to get up another expansion, and these Hellions are going to be able to come in and kill a lot more workers, so it looks like 4 or 6 workers were killed in addition to the 22 I believe that were killed before. 29 workers killed, but it looks like the Hellions were killed off, one was killed off I believe, and the other 2 were lifted up into that medevac. So Lucifron is still just keeping himself in the game. He has quite a lead right now, and he's just waiting to make that attack. He's probably waiting for stim as well as a few more units as well as the tanks. And it looks like these Hellions are going to be able to go in and do a little bit more damage. Did he kill any more? Just maybe about 1 more. I feel like if he had 4 more Hellions, he would have been able to do tremendous damage. There's nothing to defend that. And Nerchio, as I was saying before, he has to do something. Maybe get out some burrowed infestors, maybe get some burrowed roaches, and try to get into this base right here and at least kill some SCVs. As he's just pretty far behind, 62 SCVs to 45 drones. I rarely see this in my replay watching history. It does look like Lucifron has 3 tanks out, so he's continuing to produce those tanks. He actually has 2 factories producing those tanks, so 2 more tanks are coming out, as well as a bunch more barracks being made. And it looks like Lucifron is ready to push out, and Nerchio just lost a ton of roaches there, so everything is going wrong for Nerchio right now. Yeah, he does have some drones transferring as well as that expansion up, but if you look over here, Lucifron also has his expansion up, so it's a pretty even game right now, and looks like Lucifron is looking to end this game right now. He's just been waiting to build up that army, and it looks like Nerchio is going to try to push in while the tanks are unsieged, but luckily those tanks are sieged in time. And it looks like Lucifron just has a bunch of Marines, tanks versus roaches and a queen. And some roaches on the high ground. Maybe Nerchio can get on this if he can get a good angle, but he's not attacking with these units right now. Nerchio, what are you doing? You're making a lot of mistakes right now. And Lucifron's just going to be able to walls up in here while his tanks protect against these roaches that are coming in. And Nerchio is forced to attack now, and he's going to be losing all of his roaches, and these tanks are just doing a lot of numbers to the roaches. See 6 and 5 kills on those, and this little bile ball right here is going to be able to clean up the rest of the roaches and the zerglings. And if they just get overwhelmed, well, they can just run back to the tanks and be safe. So it does look like the infestation pit was up, but it is going to be taken down. A few infestors right here, but unfortunately no fungal growth. Or actually, they did cast 1 fungal growth, but the medevacs are going to be able to heal up those Marines and Marauders. And Nerchio is going to GG out of there, so Lucifron won all 3 of the games, and I assume one of them was just played for fun. And it does look like there was something going on here, just a overlord maybe slowing down the workers right here. So Nerchio GG'd out of there. Lucifron won all 3 games, and can't wait to upload these. I'll render them and everything right now. And thanks for watching them, and subscribe, comment, rate, do whatever you want. I don't really care. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.